to Wow, That's Nuts.
Why am I doing that when it's 100 degrees?
It is probably about 100 degrees outside right now. But it's nice and cool in here in the studio.
Yeah, but it's so weird because even though we have the air on, like, you can feel the humidity. It's so bad. You go up the stairs, you're like, oh.
Yeah, when I woke up this morning, all the windows were fogged.
Yeah, me too.
It's crazy.
It is crazy.
It's a crazy heat wave we got going on right now. Unbelievable.
You know what's crazy? When you spend hours of your time trying to get your garden right, and within the time span of a few hours, I'm so upset. My whole basil plant is gone. And they didn't eat the stems, so it's got to be a bug because they left the stems. They ate all the leaves. So I bet you the Japanese beetles just went to town on it.
Who knows? That's why I don't plant gardens anymore, because every time I do, woodchucks come and eat it all after we spend hours planting and watering and doing all that crap. I don't know how do you get rid of woodchucks?
I don't know.
We should just ask AI.
I did. And
you got to sit outside with a gun.
Seriously, like, I know I have some clients that actually like set up traps, and I don't want to pay for the traps, and I don't have the heart to do that. Plus,
I was just going to say, I don't want to kill woodchucks.
Well, then you have to go out into the woods to let them out, and I'm not going into the woods behind the house because of the ticks.
Just stand by your garden when they come over and be like, hey, get out of here.
Yeah, I'm not doing that all night.
Speaking of AI, I took Marley to Wendy's last night on the way home, and we went to the drive-thru, and it was an AI bot basically taking your order. And I was like, oh, that's cool. So it's like talking to Alexa. So you go up and tell her what you want. She's like, welcome to Wendy's. What would you like?
Are you serious?
Yeah, you just say what you want. And you go up. There's people making the food and taking your money when you go up to the window. But when you
Pretty soon that's going to be done too. Probably,
yeah. But when you order, it's AI. So I give my order, and the person behind me is like a little bit older than me, probably in his like 50s. And he pulls up and she's like, what would you like? And he's like, I don't want to talk to no robot. Let me talk to a person. And she goes, I'm not a robot. Please tell me what you'd like. And all I could think is that if it kept going in that direction and somebody programmed it to be mean, it would be like, let me talk to a person. Listen, bitch, tell me what you'd like, or pull away. Don't take out your diabetes rage on me. That obviously didn't happen, but that's what went on in my head as I was watching this guy argue with a robot and laugh.
You know those days are coming, though, where the robot's going to start arguing with you. Well, it kind of already does. I don't know if you've ever tried to use any of the ChatGPT or any of those.
Well, if you whatever you tell it to do, it will do. So if you tell it to argue, it to be like brutally honest with you, it will. But if you don't, it'll be your best friend. Yeah,
but I think they've already discovered that it has a mind of its own, which is really creepy.
So yes and no. Because think about it. AI was made by humans. All of the information put into it is from humans. So obviously it's going to be flawed. I mean, if talking about subjective things, if it's like 2 + 2, obviously it's going to be right. I would assume most of the time, but who knows?
I'll go deeper with that thought on my own channel. Because I think that it's going to get dark, but let's hope not. We talked about this topic quite a bit, but it's everywhere now. That's the thing. I can't believe it's at Wendy's now. That's crazy.
I mean, say what you want about it. I thought it was pretty cool because it really like interacts with you just like a person. I mean, I don't know if anybody lost their jobs from it. That would suck.
Of course they did.
There were still people in there, though, working.
Well, yeah.
They just have less to do now.
Yeah, I guess so.
But anyway, you were telling me you went down a rabbit hole with the Wedge live cat tour.
Yeah, I was scrolling on TikTok, which is my pleasure, leisurely time I get. I like to see what people are doing on TikTok because it's just like people are just like more down to earth on there. I think sometimes. And so anyway, someone was talking about, I thought this was so neat, that there's this cat. It started off with like people wanting to see your cats in like the neighborhood because the whole neighborhood was full of cats. And they were
let me see your cat.
And apparently, like, there was like always cats in the window in this neighborhood. So the next thing you know, they opened it up for like a tour, and everyone like made sure their cat was in the window somehow. And then it just grew from there. And now it's just like this whole neighborhood tour. I think it's in Minneapolis.
Yeah, the cat tour concept was originated by John Edwards in 2017 in the Wedge neighborhood of Minneapolis, Minnesota. After years of walking the neighborhood and posting window cat photos on social media, he recognized the opportunity for the world's first cat walking tour. The early years of the tour drew dozens of people. Today, the tour draws visitors from around the country and national media attention. The 8th annual cat tour from June 2025 will be featured. Oh, that must be an old thing. So it happens every year. So let me get this straight. This guy went around the neighborhood taking pictures of people's windows and somehow turned it into an annual event, and no one got creeped out by that?
He's a what do they call instead of a peeping Tom, he's a peeping cat.
That's weird.
Peeping, yeah.
I mean, obviously the outcome of it is a cool concept, but how did it originate? Like, this guy literally had to walk around the neighborhood and take pictures of people's windows with the cats in them. What was he doing?
But I saw the footage of everybody going around the neighborhood, and it's just like, it's like a parade spectacle. Like, you get to see the cats that are in the windows, and the cats seemed like they knew what was going on. Like, oh, this is what we do. We got to get in the window and entertain. And then other people brought their cats for people to pet, and like, I thought that was kind of cool. It kind of reminded me of like old block parties that, you know, I think we're going to see a lot more of these like innovative, creative ideas like flea markets, cat tours. They're going to get the old records out in the garage again. Like, I think we're going to see that
Nostalgia.
Yeah, I think people are sick and tired of like this cookie cutter crap, and they want to go back to like the basics of just like, you know, getting everyone to. It was a community event, is what it was, and I thought that was really neat.
Speaking of nostalgia, we were looking into some music stuff, and apparently, music nostalgia at age 14 is something. So when your parents are 14, whatever music they listen to, when you're born, you're going to be into that kind of music, whether you listen to it or not. Is that what you found?
Yeah. So basically, they did research, and they found out that when you're for whatever reason, 14 years old, whatever you were listening to at that age hits you the most. It affected you the most with whatever you were listening to. And that's the music that becomes like real nostalgic when you hear it on the radio, which is so true, because when I was reading this, I was like, that is actually really true. That's the songs that like really hit me the most with like emotional memories and stuff.
Yep.
So then they went on further to find out that whatever your parents were listening to at 14, for whatever reason, that hits you the most nostalgically and emotionally, whatever they were listening to, so it affected them. And then when you were born, that music affects you. And it's so true, because Zeppelin was what I was listening to the most in high school, alongside like Smashing Pumpkins and, you know, all the other stuff that came out when I was 14. So
yeah, because our parents were into Zeppelin when they were 14.
Yes.
Yeah, makes sense. So that means, so my son is 14. So I guess that means when he has kids, his kids are going to be emotionally struck by Bark Farts and Tyler the Creator. Does that make sense? Oh no! That's weird. It's weird to think about.
Bark Fart.
I'll be too old to care at that point.
I think Bark Fart is gonna be one of those things. I don't know if that's ever gonna die, because everybody thinks that's funny. Everyone's doing the poker face to Bark Fart songs now. That's the newest trend. They're
Yeah,
trying
I saw
not
that.
to laugh.
Yeah.
We wouldn't make it past 30 seconds.
Yeah, true. Yeah, we were into the stuff that came out when we were young, as well as the older stuff. And one of those was, remember "Good Vibration" by Marky Mark?
We were all into the 90s stuff. We were wearing our Z Cavaricis. We were and Champion sweatshirts, and we thought we were so cool. And it was all like CNC Music Factory, Marky Mark, and the Good Vibe. And good, what is it? Marky Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah.
And MC Hammer, and yep.
All right, let's do one of those.
We go to the skate in with our Hammer pants.
It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation. It's such a good vibration. It's such a sweet sensation.
Vibrations from those asses makes me understand I'm classless. Tracy Trace, and I'm here to poop for you. My thoughts will move you right out the room, bruh. Party that I just tried, it's got something inside to make you all high. Make you feel the wrath of my situation. Come on and feel the vibration. Come on.
It's such a sweet sensation.
Come on and feel the vibration. Come on.
It's such a sweet sensation.
Gassy T's on the backup. I ate cheese and now I'm backed up. It's plain to see I need an LAXATIVE. My mind is not healthy. These rhymes don't make me wealthy. Somebody come and help me. I'll clear this room with no hesitation. Come on and feel the vibration. Come on.
It's such a sweet sensation.
Come on and feel the vibration. Come on.
It's such a sweet sensation.
I don't know how we just did that with a straight face.
Well, we didn't. That was the formula for so many 90s songs. You got the male rap vocal and then the female hook or chorus or whatever. That was like every song that came out in that era in the 90s. Remember that?
Yep.
A lot of artists, like, I don't know which one was first, but that was like whatever formula that was, like so many artists copied it. But when you think about like artists that sounded like no one else when they came out, like what do you think of? Like obviously Kraftwerk is one of the big ones, right?
Kraftwerk was the first one that ever did anything like Technotronic. I think that they as far back as they can go. Actually, no, I think it does go further back than Kraftwerk, but I don't feel like doing the research.
Kraftwerk is a German electronic band formed in Dusseldorf in 1970 by Ralph Hooter and Florian Schneider. Widely considered innovators and pioneers of electronic music, Kraftwerk was among the first successful acts to popularize the genre. And think about like what that did to music. Like so many electronic artists came out after Kraftwerk and were obviously inspired by them.
Yeah, all the 80s. All the 80s music started becoming that.
Yeah.
And then you had like they brought it into rock, like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails, and then that just became its own genre, basically.
And then auto-tune came and ruined music.
Oh my God.
No, it didn't ruin music, but it changed it a lot.
Did you see Kanye's daughter use an auto-tune on stage?
Dude, who doesn't? Every artist uses auto-tune now, whether they admit it or not, in the studio at least, and some of them live too.
It just makes me shake my head. Like, what is this?
You
Anybody could get up there. I'm going to have my fart do auto-tune.
We should do that, actually. That'd be cool. Auto-tune became popular in two distinct waves. The first as a robotic aesthetic effect in the late 1990s, and later as a pervasive standard in modern hip-hop and pop. The timeline of its rise includes the 1998 the software exploded. What? Includes 1998. The software exploded into public consciousness with Cher's hit single "Believe." I remember when that came out. Everybody was like, "What the hell is this?" Remember that?
Oh God!
But it pushed the software settings to create a distinct warbling robotic effect. In 2005 to 2008, T-Pain popularized autotune. As a deliberate stylistic choice, his debut album brought heavy stylized pitch correction to the forefront, inspiring widespread adoption across hip-hop and pop by artists like Kanye West and Lil Wayne. So, it is what it is. There are some cool things you can do with autotune, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah. But also, it stops like innovative imagination and thought and like an actual practice to... I mean, you can't hit all those notes unless you practice. I mean, I don't know. It's what's happening is that they're finding the most easy ways to do whatever it is you want to do. Like if you want to start whatever it is, you just go on AI and you have AI do it for you. So that's the thing I'm getting afraid about, is that it's stopping people from being themselves basically and being really creative if you don't watch it. Like if you don't put time and effort, and like it's stopping the passion that people could have, because everything's just so cookie cutter now. It's like, oh, I didn't hit that note, let me just go fix it in the computer, like.
I think you're right to an extent, but also technology has helped artists create since forever. So it's only a matter of time before someone figures out a way to make it unique. Like what's an artist today you can think of that doesn't sound like anyone else? I can't think of any.
Well, see, that's another big problem though. Like, at least when we were growing up in the 80s and 90s, we had tons of different genres of music. We had
now everything is one genre.
Now everything's one. Like, we had techno, we had rock, we had classic rock, we had yacht rock, which they call it now, but at the time it was just considered soft rock.
Yeah.
And then we had funk, we had house music,
and now every song has all of that in it.
Yeah, or just like. It's not the same, and I feel like people, and think about it too, in those times that we were growing up, everything was experienced right then and there. Nobody was on their phone like trying to show off what they were doing or why this was so good that they were there. Now that's where everyone's focus is. I have to post that I took a crap today and put it on social media, otherwise I'm not relevant.
Well, the upside to that is that people who didn't have a platform to showcase their creativity now do. So we're seeing.
But it's saturated.
Of course, it's saturated, yeah. But the stuff that's really innovative pushes through.
Yeah, true. I mean, but I think that everyone. We're basically living in a society where everybody's obsessed with themselves. That's what social media is. I'm obsessed with my own face, altering it in a picture and putting it up for everybody to see that does not care about me and will not even go to my funeral.
We say as we're putting ourselves on the internet right now.
Yeah, but we're not, like, I'm not sitting on there thinking of useless stuff that nobody cares about to put
Farts?
up on. Well, I mean, people are laughing with us about that. Like, at least we found our people. But you know what I'm talking about? Like, you go on. I went back on Facebook just to get pictures of Anne Marie. And I just can't believe people are still doing this. Like, they feel like if
posting like selfies and that kind of stuff.
And they feel like if they don't update people with what they did this weekend, they're failing because they're waiting for likes. Like, why else would you be posting pictures of yourself at a party or whatever? Because you're waiting to get validation that you went to a party this weekend.
It is a weird cross section in human history that we're seeking validation on social media so much. It's brand new. Like, it's new to our society, to humanity. So it's an adaptive period where we're figuring out how to use it, but
we're figuring out that it's making more narcissists.
Well, yeah, we're not doing a great job right now,
No.
But I think something's going to change at some point where people start realizing the harms that it's doing and bypass those and get to the positives of it.
Yeah. Go touch grass. Go get Lyme disease.
Yeah.
Which is it going to be in the United States? Go on social media or go outside and touch grass and get Lyme disease? Either way, it's killing you.
You're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Pretty much.
No, that's Debbie Downer BS.
That's Debbie Downer behavior. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a weird ass time.
Yeah, it certainly is. But, like I said, technology is, people are finding ways to see the benefit and use the positives of it. And it's going to be good.
I am a researcher, and I spend most of my free time just trying to find out what people have learned, because I'm always trying to expand my brain somehow, what's left of it. And so I really like to listen to what people's perspective is and like what they've learned and what they've studied or researched. Did you know that they did research on, they spoke to enough psychopaths to find out exactly how they pick their victims, and it's really creepy, and it really stems to one of the first things they watch from you, and it's how you walk.
That makes sense. You can tell a lot about someone by the way they walk.
I guess so. And they say, and they even went as far as to say that, say like me, a woman by themselves walking, like say in the woods or whatever, and I see this random man, and your instinct is, it would have been mine till I learned about this, is to try to make yourself look really tough and like, more like scary yourself, and start walking like, maybe start stomping, start like, looking like you're going to get a weapon out or something. And they can sense that you're doing that. They know that like it's all, they know if you're all an act or if you're the real deal. They can tell. Like that is super scary, because I think most women would try to do something like that. And they're like, no, like they can tell if you're more authentic just by just being yourself or whatever. And they can tell if you're a strong person, you don't have to do all that. And they're going to stay away from you. It's like, it's almost, to me, that like kind of reminds me of like people's aura. Like you can just kind of tell that somebody's either really authentic or they're full of crap. I think, and the older we get, we've been able to recognize that. Whereas when I was in my 20s, I couldn't figure that out in people. Could you?
No, not at all. I still can't. No, that's true. I that's not true. I can a little bit more now than I could when I was younger.
Yeah.
It's just life experience.
Yeah.
But you probably shouldn't be walking out in the woods by yourself.
No, I don't do that anymore. Unless I don't take Daisy in the woods anymore because of the tick issue. I stay on trails with her, and I always have my mace. And I learned some martial arts, so have at it. Come on over here. You looking at me?
I played a wedding up in Vermont this weekend, and the trombone player in the wedding was telling me a story about how he played with a band that's really like nationally, maybe internationally known, and they played at the White House. They do like covers, but they're a show band, and they have 5 singers that all sing and dance the whole time. And he was on stage like playing trombone, listening to the rest of the band through his stage monitor, and he noticed that, I think he was playing Pink Pony Club or something like that, and he noticed that going from the verse into the chorus, the sound of the voice changed, and he was like, that's weird, and he just kept playing, and he realized at some point that the singers were not singing the verses. It was actually the actual like Chappell Roan vocal track, and then they came in at the chorus, and he was like all pissed off about it because they weren't really singing the whole time. And I get it, but they were also like singing and dancing the whole time, which is really hard to do. I
don't think people really grasp that is the hardest thing you possibly could do.
Singing and playing it, or singing and playing guitar. Sometimes I get out of breath doing that.
Yep.
So I can imagine just dancing and singing. That's one of the most aerobic things you can do.
Yeah. When I was in the best shape of my life and I was running like 6 to 10 miles a day, I would do it in the mornings, and I remember in the summer before it get really hot. And I was so in shape that just to see what I could do, I started singing on the way home, like halfway through the run, and seeing how much I could say. I was basically, imagine anyone trying to sleep. I'd be like running by their house.
I want to know what love is.
I didn't care. I was just like, no, I need to get in, like, I need to try to do this, because we were playing out all the time. And that's how you know you're in tip top shape, because your lungs are really healthy and they can handle a lot, and they're expanding, and they're able to like work the best that they can. But it's very hard.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. If a psychopath ever comes after you when you're out running, all you got to do is sing one of the songs we sing on this channel, and they'll be like, she's nuts. I'm out of here.
Do you know that that's what I used to do when I'd go out with Missy and Jen all the time?
Oh, I know.
We'd be the most fun we ever have, and to this day it's still the most fun we have, is if anybody ever tried to approach us when we just wanted to be left alone, which the ladies out there, you know how annoying that is. You're trying to go out with your friends, and there's always some dude just staring at you and trying to come over.
Hey, how are you?
Thankfully it doesn't happen that much anymore, but when I was younger, and they always just come over and just try to insert themselves into a conversation like we wanted it, you know. And so what I would always do is I just immediately start talking about farts and shit, and you'd be surprised how quickly, like, and if they stayed and laughed, I was like, oh no, like we're in trouble.
Yeah.
Or it was going to be like one of my new best friends because they thought that was so funny. But
Yep.
but most of them are just
Could go either way in that situation.
Oh,
yeah.
I would if I didn't want them there, I just start talking about farts and how I farted and this one shit her pants and everything gross, and they'd be out of there within seconds. So anyone listening to this that you really want to get them away from you, just start doing that.
Speaking of farts, let's wrap it up with a song about that. Big surprise there, huh? God, we gotta get some something else going here because
No,
I guess we don't.
Everybody on Instagram keeps asking for more and more and more. We have it. We have it every week. Okay. All right, Instagram.
Do what I want, clear the room with my thought because I farted. Can't ignore the backstage in the store because I farted. What you receive makes you hurry to leave because I farted. When it gets in your head, makes you wish you were dead because I farted. Have to say you should hold your nose. Alright. You should crack open the window. Now it's all out and you know, 'cause you farted too.
All right. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.